And there's one name that really sticks out and one thing that we haven't talked about yet. That's Yasmani Grandal, a guy who was just heating up. He had, I think, 7 hits over the last 5 ball games, including a very clutch double yesterday. And in, I believe it was the 3rd inning of today's ball game, injured running to first base. Tell me if that's a story you've heard before.
That's the story of the 2022 White Sox. And already searching on and going through the timeline on Twitter.com, Carlos Perez was scratched from the lineup down in Charlotte. So you know what that means.
Yes, and that was talked about on the post-game show. Call-up candidates, Sebi Zavala, Carlos Perez. Perez is somebody that they mentioned that TLR has praised in the last 2 spring trainings for the Chicago White Sox. I don't have stats on this guy, Steve. I know Sebi was swinging a hot bat down in Charlotte. I think he was hitting over 280, a couple 2-tree bombs, a little bit more than that. You saw Sebi Zavala up here last year. It looks like it's going to be Perez that gets the call. No word yet on if Yasmani Grandal is going to have an IL stint here. But once again, as you're starting to get your pieces back, it's always something.
Yeah, it really is. And so now because of that, because Perez is not on the major league roster, or excuse me, on the 40-man, somebody is going away. Whether it's going to be the 2 most likely candidates are Anderson Severino and Yermin Mercedes. So which one of those guys is going to lose their 40-man spot? Because now they have to bring Carlos Perez up. And it's always something. We talk about this and we joke about this in the group text all the time. You think things are going to start to turn. Lance Lynn coming back on Tuesday. Timmy taking ground balls. Speculation that he's going on rehab assignment down to Charlotte the early part of next week. And now Yaz goes down. It just, they can't, for whatever the reason, get this whole group assembled for any length of time. And it just looks like that's just what the situation is going to continue to be.
There was an article this morning from NBC Sports Chicago where Yaz was interviewed and, said that once he gets his legs underneath him, it's going to be full go. And then a couple hours later, you're seeing him come off the field with trainers and Tony La Russa. You can't make this stuff up.
Everything that can go wrong for this team in 2022 is going wrong. And there's just no words for it. There's no explanation for it, for guys collectively slumping the way they have, the injuries to significant players, both in the starting rotation, the bullpen, and in the everyday lineup. It's just one thing after another with this group. And we've literally got to a point here where now it's June 11th, and it's really hard to look at this thing and think it's just not their year.